Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb is also reacting to the unrest at the Capitol yesterday.
As CBS 4's Kayla Sullivan reports now, he is also taking a closer look at security at the Indiana State House.
Protesters stood here outside of the State House for the majority of the day yesterday. It was a peaceful gathering. Still, Governor Eric Holcomb says they are constantly monitoring and evaluating the safety of this building.
And you guys did this to us. They don't get to steal it from us.
Shots are being fired inside the Capitol chamber.
As this unfolded in our nation's capital, Governor Eric Holcomb was inside the Indiana State House addressing Hoosiers during his weekly COVID-19 press conference. He was unaware of what was happening at the time.
As I was being briefed, right as I literally was walking back to the office, started to settle into me just how not just frightened folks must have been there, but the disgust that goes along with that.
Feeling saddened and sickened, Governor Eric Holcomb says it's time for leaders to step up.
I would hope that everyone, myself included, finds it in themselves to try to be part of the solution going forward.
I asked the governor if he wishes he would have said more before the riots to ease tension about the results of the election, and if he thought silence by leaders enabled the behavior.
Honestly, Kayla, I'm not trying to avoid your question. I just don't get into pointing and picking different examples of he said, she said, and I blame this person. And
the governor said he does support the right to peacefully assemble, rally, and protest, and that those who turned violent should be punished.
The folks that broke the law should be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
And when it comes to why the people gathered in D.C., the governor said there are other ways to go about getting answers.
If folks are serious about, and I'm not one of them, but if folks are serious about thinking that these elections weren't on the up and up, then they need to look at those in those states. We'll see the follow-up, the thoughtful follow-up from now going forward.
When asked about the state of the Republican Party, Governor Eric Holcomb says being an Indiana Republican is the jersey he wears, but he is the governor of all Hoosiers. He says his political party does not determine what is right and wrong. He uses his internal compass for that. For more on his statements today, you can head to our website, cbs4indy.com. Reporting from the Indiana State House, I'm Kayla Sullivan.
Kayla, thank you. And you can find our continuing coverage online at cbs4indy.com. Later in our newscast, we'll share reaction from Indiana's lawmakers and speak to our Washington correspondent on the day's developments.